Hello! Today I started out with base coat as always when doing my nails. Just to protect my nails. And yeah, I used one by Essence as usual. I'll just list all the nail polishes used down below in the description box as usual. And yeah, the first color I used is this one by Calvin Klein, which I actually once got at a budget store. It's just a nice white shade. I've been using it a lot lately, I've come to notice. But yeah, basically I'm just using it as sort of a extra base coat for the color I'm going to use after this one. And there I just fixed a tiny mistake. And yeah, the color I'm going to use is Cinderella by Sinful colors, which is a really pretty pale blue shade, but to have it cover on its own it takes about 4 to 5 layers, which is quite a lot and takes quite some time to dry. So I prefer to just put 2 layers on top of a white shade, or a black shade, it also looks cool, but I wanted it to be pale this time, so yeah. And then it looks like this. It's a really pretty color with sort of orange pinkish shimmers in it. Then I used acrylic paints to actually paint the birds on there, and a detail brush. And for the birds, I don't actually know what they're called in English, but they're just birds that are like very common birds to see here in the Netherlands. And I just looked them up on the internet, and you know, looked up an image obviously, and basically just kept my phone with me to, you know, check the image, because I'm not a bird biologist type of person. Yeah. So I needed the image with me to actually paint it on there right. And yeah, this took me about 20 minutes. I actually sped it up obviously, because otherwise this video would have been very, very long. And yeah. It actually went better than I expected. I never actually tried like paint in this style before. But yeah, it actually worked out quite well, I think. I mean, they look like birds, so, you know, I count that as a win. And yeah. Also, I used like 4 or 5 different shades of acrylic paints, but if you don't have that many, you can, you know, either pick birds with like less colors than this one, for example, or just mix them, like the base color of the bird I also mixed. And this one was actually more difficult to do than the other one, simply because it has its head turned, as you can see. Stupidly enough, I actually took the most time trying to get the eye to look right, because for some reason it kept looking creepy somehow. But yeah, eventually it looked sort of relatively normal. Also, I did an outline on this one, not on the other one of course, because it's a black bird, but this one, I don't know, just looked better with an outline, so yeah. And by then nails look like this. And then once the acrylic paint is dry, it's time for top coat, because acrylic paint washes off in water, so, you know, top coat is a good idea. Also, it makes the acrylic paint shiny, but of course, if you prefer it to be matte, then you can always use a matte top coat. I actually don't have a matte top coat anymore. Should probably get a new one at some point in time. If anyone knows a good one, please tell me. And yeah, that's the end of this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed watching it. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time. Bye! I wanted the lines to be nice and clean, and yeah, and to just be exactly where I wanted them to be. So I didn't hurry, like usual.